On this chase, you're just going around in a circle because you're working, making money, but time is still passing. Your energy is still draining. Hi everybody, it's Alex. Welcome to Guiding Creatives, the podcast, the YouTube, whatever you're watching on. This is a community for creatives and multi-passionate people to learn how to leverage the gig economy and just embrace their creativity to get whatever it is they need. It might be time, opportunity, energy. It could be a new video game. Whatever you're trying to get, create, or make, I'm here to help you do it. Today I want to talk about something very important called the personal project paradox. And let's start this discussion off with saying work-life balance is important in any area. And creatives take that to the next level because there's something else into the mix. Because when you're a creative person, you're not always just creative for other people. You have ideas of your own, and that has to fit in there somewhere. And it's hard enough, everybody knows, it's hard enough to juggle making enough money to pay the bills and take breaks, which you need, and now throw something else into the mix. It's a little bit difficult. There's already a slippery slope with turning your creative passions into a career. And this is going to be a whole other discussion to have another time, but to briefly summarize it, if you monetize something, if you make it something you depend on for income, for survival, it can make a sour taste in your mouth. You can grow to resent it, right? That's why some people wish not to monetize certain things. But if you're somebody who has a creative passion, you can find a balance by monetizing it as a service for other people, but also indulging in personal projects. So what this means is you have your own personal things that you work on. It's not meant for marketing. It's not meant for selling. You're not getting like analytical data on it. You're not getting criticism on it. It's for you. It's for you to really dive into that creativity and learn about yourself. And listen, this looks different for every creative. I'm not saying you have to have your own, like, if you're a painter, you're working on your own personal painting. I'm not saying that. It can also be coursework. It can be trying a new creative pursuit. It could be writing a book. Like, you know what I mean? Just something separate from what you offer for work. This is your personal project. And if you don't make time for it, you will start to resent your creative career because you keep saying, I want to be a creative, but I'm just being creative for other people. That's a common struggle creatives have when you start monetizing your services, or when you try to monetize your personal projects on top of that and you receive criticism, then it's like, do I really want this? Like, this is not what I wanted. I wanted to just create. So you need some things that are just for you. But this is where the problem lies. You need time. To do this, you need time. And on top of time, you need energy. And on top of time and energy, you need money so that you can relax to get this time and energy. And this is where the paradox comes in. This is the trap that you fall into. It's when you start taking on more client work, you start working on bigger projects with bigger clients because you say, this is going to make me more money, this is going to bring me more leads, this is going to do more for my business. And as a result, I'll be able to afford to take time on my personal project. You see the trap. You can see the trap already. On this chase, you're just going around in a circle because you're working, making money, but time is still passing. Your energy is still draining. And then by the time you're ready for your personal project, you need to refill that cup. Whether it be that you need to relax, that you need more time, or that you need more money, you have to fill that cup again before you can come back around and have a chance. But the thing is, we don't stop and drink from the cup because the cup is already empty when we get there. Because the truth is, you're not going to ever feel like you have time for something. You have to make time for it. You have to prioritize it. We keep saying, this will all pay off. One day I'll have time. This will all be worth it. I'll overwork and I'll overwork, and it will make it happen for me. But then you're not working on your personal projects. They fall behind, they lag behind. And then when you do start working on them, you feel like you should be doing something else for somebody else to make more money or to create like a safety net or a cushion for yourself. And the thing with being a creative and having a creative career, as scary as it sounds, as unrealistic as it sounds sometimes, you have to take a chance on yourself and your creative passions. You have to make it a priority. It seems counterintuitive. That when you have free time where you could be making more money, where you could be working on your business, that you take time to do your own personal things, because we're not really encouraged to do that. But when you take time, one, you're a better person to work with. You're in a better mood. You have more ideas. You are more concerned with making sure your client is happy than resenting them because they're taking all your time. You have to be really careful with that client resentment because it happens. It creeps up on you. So you're better to work with. You have also probably come up with a new way to monetize yourself, because when your creative juices are flowing, even though you're working on a project, you will get ideas. You may not be in the business state of mind, but you'll get an idea. You write it down, save it for later. That always happens. Always happens. Another thing is you start to hone your craft, or you learn a new craft. So letting yourself play, letting yourself be creative, work on your craft, you become better, you learn more, you can pay more attention to detail because you've taken the time to really look at it and do it. It seems counterintuitive because we are always discouraged to do things that are not seen as productive. But why do we not see being creative as productive? That's like a deeper rooted problem that you need to work on yourself. So what you need to do, instead of convincing yourself that you are one day going to have enough money, enough time, enough energy, enough clients, enough whatever to comfortably be creative, you need to just start comfortably being creative. This means carve out a time. It doesn't have to be every day. It could be an hour a week. Start somewhere. Because the more you start diving into your personal projects, the more you're going to, one, learn your work-life balance. It's going to help you with your work-life balance, but you're actually going to see your business thrive. The only time this isn't going to work is if you dedicate all your time to your personal projects. Ideally, as a creative, most of our time is going to be spent being creative or having financial freedom. That's the goal, of course. But you have to work in increments up to that. Because if you just keep going in this paradox, you're going to get little to no personal projects done, or when you work on them, it's going to feel like a guilty pleasure. But being creative isn't a guilty pleasure. You shouldn't feel guilty about that pleasure. It should be something that's embraced. It should be something that's prioritized. So this week, this month, today, this year, instead of continuously telling yourself that one day you'll have time, make time today. Make time tomorrow. Make time Wednesday. I don't know what day you're watching this. Make time one day. Make time once a week, once a month. Do something. Plan something. And make it a non-negotiable. Block it out on your calendar. If a client messages you, sorry, I'm not available then. Because you can easily fall back into the paradox. You schedule out this time, and then someone says, hey, are you available? Like, I have this job for you, but like we would need you to start today. That's where you have to set a boundary. Because one thing you need to realize, clients keep flowing. They always come and they always go. But you cannot always find time and energy to work on your projects. Somehow, some way, we always find time to work with clients. It's just the toxic hustle in us. But it's way more easier, I guess because there's not other people, waiting for something from us. But it's almost easier for us to bail on ourselves. So do yourself a favor as a creative. It's only going to benefit you. Prioritize your personal projects. Make it a non-negotiable. Stop saying one day you'll have time, because one day never comes until you make it today. Okay, so thanks so much for listening and stay creative. Bye.